The Dallas Stars have, in my opinion, been one of the best drafting teams over the last few years, and does that trend continue through 2024? Well, they drafted 3 times, so I don't know what you want me to say, but I guess they did okay. So to start things off at 29th overall, the Dallas Stars drafted my 29th ranked player at the 29th slot in the draft in Emil Hemming. Now, I hemmed and hawed on Emil Hemming all season long. At the beginning of the season, I really wasn't liking what I was seeing at the junior level. Then he went to the pro level, and I thought he showcased a lot more of the potential that I saw last year. Internationally this year, I thought his results were pretty up and down, capped off with a good under-18 performance. Hemming just kind of left me with the impression that this is a player that's going to be as good as he wants to be, in a way. He's got a great frame for the game, being well above 6 foot. He's got a great shot at the end of a chain of possession that he uses very, very often. And he does have a lot of good pace in his game. It's just that you don't see it a whole lot. At the pro level, he doesn't get a whole lot of puck touches. He's not the most involved player outside of the offensive zone, and when he is in the offensive zone, he's more of a shoot first, ask questions later type player, but I think he has the skill for something more. All in all, though, I think he projects as maybe a third line, power skilled winger that I think could bring some interesting dimensions to the Dallas Stars, considering how much pure skill they've drafted over the last few years. To me, I think there were better options that were more traditionally up the alley for the Dallas Stars, but I do think that Hemming is a nice pick that can offset some of the skill and offense that they drafted over the last few years. The Dallas Stars took about 130 picks off then and drafted Niilo-Pekka Muhonen, again another Finn out of the Finnish Junior League. And look, I saw Muhonen here and there over the course of the season, and this is a player that didn't play in the hardest junior league and didn't really score a whole lot, so I think you kind of know what you're getting because he's also 6'4". I didn't really like what I saw out of Muhonen this year. I thought he was very okay at the Finnish junior level, which does not really bode well for his future prospects. Decently mobile, a little bit of skill there, but moving the puck was a real problem. He took a long time to make his decisions. There wasn't a whole lot of offensive tools in the box there. Like so many other players drafted this year, it just felt like, let's draft a big guy, leave him in Europe or college for a few years. Maybe he rounds out physically and we get a bottom pair defenseman in the 5th or 6th round. I can't argue with that strategy. Lots of teams tended to employ it. We'll see what happens with Muhonen, but I think he's got a long way to go from here. At 222nd, towards the end of the draft, they took a swing on William Samuelsson. And now this is a player who I just hadn't seen much of this year at all. And I went and watched a couple of games of him as the year came to an end and after the draft. I mean, look, he's a guy. He's one of the older first-time eligibles in the draft. He's got some decent size to him. He's a pretty smart player. That's the one thing I really picked up on. He saw the ice pretty well, moved the puck effectively, and again, another one of these guys that wasn't fancy, took the game simply but effectively, scored at a pretty decent rate on a team that did struggle to score here and there. So, I don't know, maybe there's something here long-term, but he just didn't really blow me away. But again, as is tradition, it's the 222nd pick overall. If you get anything, you've done a really, really good job. Samuelsson has a ways to go, but so does pretty much everyone in this range of the draft. So I wish I could milk it further, but that is it for the Dallas Stars. They drafted 3 times, and they're getting a 3B from me. That sounds really, really bad, but I do think that they drafted some decently well-rounded players at various spots in the draft that maybe could become things in the future. I don't have huge hopes for Emil Hemming, but I do think there's a very wide range of possibilities for his game. At the bottom end, I mean, I think they could get a decent bottom 6 winger that has some skating ability and some shooting ability and a bit of physicality to him, but I think there's potential for more. Muhonen, I think, is a shot in the dark, and we'll see where he goes. And Samuelsson, he's smart, and he's got some tools that I liked, but nothing really to write home about, so if he turns into anything with that pick, great. There were some nitpicky picks I probably would have made at those last 2 picks there, but the Dallas Stars, all in all, if they're following the strategy that a lot of other teams are following, I thought they did fine. So that's it for the Dallas Stars. If you liked the video, you can check the description for our Fanatics affiliate code, which will give us a small kickback on anything you buy in the shop, or you can go to Scouching.ca, where a subscription gets you access to a private Discord server, as well as data tables for drafted and undrafted prospects around the world that you won't find anywhere else, as well as plenty of other goodies, so you can check that out at Scouching.ca. So that's it, and next time we're going to be looking at the San Jose Sharks, the team that had the first overall selection. So get ready, San Jose Sharks fans, because that's going to be a lot of fun.